Hello, everybody. I have to start with a big congratulations, class of 2023. This is great. Everyone said this year would fly by, and unfortunately, they were right. I will sincerely miss sharing a classroom with all of you. This kind of feels a little reminiscent of class, though, right? There's an opportunity to talk, so I'm in. You guys are just hoping something halfway decent will come out of my mouth. Granted, this is a little different from presentations and leadership with Professor Bala. Thankfully for me, there's no Q&A, and hopefully no one in the audience is watching cricket. You know who you are. Jokes aside, I'm so honored and privileged to be up here today. The advice for writing this speech was to discuss our journey as a cohort collectively and kind of talk about our overall experience, which felt super easy because I really think we've invested in each other this past year. And then the other advice was to throw in some personal anecdotal commentary, which was also easy. I'm American after all. But please bear with me, and I hope I'll leave you with something to think about. So one of the guiding principles of my young adult and adult life has been to just say yes. Say yes to the hangout with friends, say yes to the karaoke. The worse you are, the more you should be saying yes. Say yes to the butter on the popcorn, to the trip, to the roller coaster. Say yes to the new opportunity at work. Say yes to myself and go to graduate school. Now, this philosophy has provided me with many an amazing memory and a pretty fulfilling life, since obviously it's a simplistic way of telling myself not to let nerves, fear of the unknown, or my own comfort zone hold me back. However, this last yes, say yes to grad school, was a little hard because it was easily the most expensive yes I'd ever considered. There were also a lot of other variables to consider, right? Like, will I like London? Can I afford to live there? What does my 5-year plan look like? Did I even have a 5-year plan to begin with? Will I make friends? And what if I hate it? Questions I'm sure many of you asked yourselves as well. Thankfully, I powered through most of those questions, glossed over a few, and ended up at Hult, which I have to say has been the best yes of my life, specifically because you all said yes at the same time. Because I believe what made this year so special, and I hope you'll all agree, was the people, amazingly talented and diverse people who also say yes. This one gets wordy, guys, so stick with me. But I have had the pleasure of watching my fellow MBA students say yes to being amazing HSA reps, say yes to doing Hult Prize and doing it extremely well, all of you. Those who say yes to coming on campus halfway through the term after being waylaid by visa issues and then blending in seamlessly with the cohort, which is no easy feat, I might add. Those who say yes to leading and joining school clubs and to being entrepreneurs. I am so impressed by those who say yes to the program with the support of their partners and families behind them, and people who say yes to pursuing hobbies outside of Hult. I am grateful to those who say yes to imparting travel tips, grabbing a pint after class, spending an afternoon in the park, or sharing a home-cooked meal. Those who say yes to FaceTiming their niece and introducing her to a classmate during the break just because they have the same name. I have been educated by people who say yes to sharing their culture through food, clothes, events on campus, and more, and people who say yes to challenging each other in class. And so many more yeses. I could go on and on. I just had to pare this thing down for the time limit, but you guys are amazing. I have laughed, learned, and grown because of you, my amazing peers, whether this was academically or socially. I have so much respect for all of you. And I'm saying all this stuff, guys, after a year of group work, after all, so that's got to count for something. That was some character building, I think, for everybody. I know we all sometimes feel like we're just moving through life, going unnoticed, making no ripples. But rest assured, class of 2023, that every single one of you has made an impact on those around you. And all the yeses that led you here today matter, and all the yeses I've seen you make while here, no matter how big or small, are something special and something to be remembered. And they are remembered, obviously. Thank you, guys. This is all for you guys, seriously. Yours are amazing. So while this has been an uncharacteristically sappy love note to my MBA class thus far, I'd also like to acknowledge the gratitude that I've seen us all express for our families and loved ones who supported us, whether here in London or from abroad. And our amazingly passionate and knowledgeable faculty that helped us hone our growth mindset and learn topics that stretched and challenged us. I'd also like to offer a thank you to Hult staff and academic team who were also there on our journey. With the support of these people, I am excited and confident as we all head into our next chapters. In our future companies and communities, we'll have the power and the knowledge to lead change, drive sustainability, foster diversity and inclusion, consider global issues, and influence others for the better. If we embrace challenge, as we have here at Hult, we will be a force for positive change, and I cannot imagine a better group of people than all of you to do those things. I hope you will continue to inspire those around you by saying yes in all the amazing ways you have and will in the future. Thank you, class of 2023.